Hey, what's up guys? Little man with a big opinion here. It's been a while since I've done a video, and I'm going to talk about that in today's video. On Tuesday, I went on about a 5-hour drive to go do some training. In that training, there were some things that I felt like I already knew, so it was like a refresher. There were other things that I felt like I knew, but I didn't really know much about it. And then there were other things that I didn't know, and it was a pretty good learning experience. I spent 5 days going over search and rescue, first aid in a field environment, and I was pretty proud that my 6-man team that I got to take the lead on had the fastest time on recovering a patient. Our our instructor was a retired petty officer with the Navy and has done a boatload of hiking and rucking and wilderness search and rescue. And the story that he told was rescuing a woman that thought she was going on a 4-mile hike, took a wrong turn, and ended up on a trail that was designed for 4 days. So when she hadn't arrived back, she had a plan. She told people what she was doing, and when she hadn't arrived back within 24 hours, their team was sent out, and when they finally found her, severely dehydrated, and within the next few hours she probably would no longer be with us. So our scenario was going out and finding a lost person. Come to find out, our person had theoretically broken their leg, had lacerations, so we had to provide first aid and stretch them out over a mile. And our person wasn't a small person, but wasn't a large person. But before that, we covered first aid stuff. We covered, and in a lot of ways, it did seem very military led. And so we got some TCCC in. We got some radio time in, got the first aid time in, did land nav to go find the person. We were given a starting point and their last known location, and then within a few hundred meters of that last known location, we had our person. So that was good. I really enjoyed it. And what I would say to the rest of y'all, because I'm in Northeast Texas. My analytics say a lot of people watch from Finland, a lot of people watch from the US, but it doesn't say where in the US. I can say this kind of stuff changes based off of your location. The way we accomplished our task in May in Texas is going to be a lot different than Utah, the Northeast, the Southwest mountainy, deserty area, the Florida Everglades. It's all going to be different. So the things that I did, at the base level can be very similar to, what everyone does, but it's going to change by your terrain and weather. My father-in-law was wearing a long sleeve shirt and a jacket on his porch the other day because it was 48 degrees. And I think the coldest it got where we were was at night at about 72. So we would do things a lot differently. He's near the coast. I'm 4.5 hours from the coast. So what you should do is start generating skills. Find something that you are not good at or you've only watched videos of. You know, you can only learn so much from a video before you actually need to go do something. Then, you know, find a class, go take the class, and absorb, you know, become a sponge. Absorb everything that you can. Take in all of the information, ask all the questions you can, take all of the notes you need to. Do all of the things. You take that course, hopefully it's a entry, beginner, first time, 101, whatever. And then the word this guy really liked to use was dirt time. Go out and do the things. You know, become proficient at the skills that you're taught, and hopefully whatever you're doing, there is a advanced course or a next level course that you take everything that you learned at this baseline and they kick it up a notch. And if something like that doesn't exist, create it for yourself. Run through scenarios for yourself and just get better at doing that thing. You know, the skills that you create for yourself turns you into an asset instead of a liability. And once you feel like, you know, whatever level that you set for yourself within that thing, maintain it, you know, set up some sort of, you know, annual training for it. You know, I feel confident about doing this, but I'm going to, you know, get the rust off once a year, every 6 months, or however you want to do it. And then you go find something else. I'm signed up, so I have a wilderness first aid certification. And over the summer, I'm taking a stop the bleed course. This guy really wants everyone to sign up to have their EMTB, and I think that's a little excessive for me right now. But you should be doing stuff to increase your asset level. You increase your asset level, you know, if it's just you, you're increasing your survivability. If it's a group, you're increasing the group's survivability, and you're rounding out more of its edges. That being said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. If you like what we're doing with the channel, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends and family. And with that, catch you in the next one.